This guy is not actually a whale scientist, Jacob Stern. He's a reporter for The Atlantic. He is very much behind the stop rooting for the orcas ramming boats. You want to see a picture of what Jacob Stern looks like. That's Jacob Stern. So this is the guy that says that we should stop rooting for the orcas. I don't remember the story. I should have looked this up. I didn't think about this connection until we got here. So my apologies for not having this offhand. But what was it? Like the dude that constructed the Titanic said like this is an unsinkable ship. Like basically foreshadowed that it would go down. You guys know what I'm talking about? I'm not smoking crack on that, right? That happened. I mean, I could have been smoking some crack.
That was a crack.
So, I think that's the thing, right? The maker of the lost Titanic submarine once told a reporter that at some point, safety is just pure waste. I mean, it's all like, holy shit. Like, what, like, This douchebag right here. The maker of the lost Titanic sub once told a reporter that safety is just pure waste. OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush made the comments on CBS's, whoa, he's on the sub with them. He's on, wait, if it's the CEO of the submarine company, he's on the fucking sub. Rush's submersible has been missing since Sunday. Rush and 4 other people were reportedly on board. This story, just chef's kiss. No notes. No notes. See, it's shit like this that makes you go, man, there's a God and he's got a hell of a sense of humor. I understand it. I have so many things in my life that just don't seem like coincidence. It's this kind of shit. You love this shit, right? You love it. It's these kind of stories that make life worth living. Unfortunately, the last update I'm going to give you about the submarine is that, unfortunately, the orcas did not do it. Killer whales can't be responsible for the missing Titanic sub. Rumors have spread on social media that orcas could be responsible for a missing submersible in the North Atlantic Ocean, but experts told Newsweek that's a false theory and is damaging the animal's reputation. Damaging the animal's reputation? No, like, orcas, like fucking love for orcas is at an all-time high right now. I promise you that. A submersible equipped with 5 passengers disappeared after it went on a deep-sea expedition. People inaccurately speculated that perhaps killer whales are behind the missing submersible, given the pod of orcas off the Strait of Gibraltar that have sunk 3 ships, but experts were quick to debunk the theory. Also, experts are quick to debunk our fun. They say that we should not be rooting on the killer whales. I want to take you to this piece in the Atlantic. Killer whales are not our friends. Stop rooting for the orcas ramming boats. In recent months, in the waters off the Iberian Peninsula, have taken to ram orcas in the waters off the Iberian Peninsula. I fucked that up. I thought he did. Have taken to ramming boats. The animals have already sunk 3 this year and damaged several more. After one of the latest incidents in which a catamaran lost both of its rudders, the boat's captain suggested that the assailants have grown stealthier and more efficient. Looks like they knew exactly what they are doing, he said. Scientists have documented hundreds of orca boat incidents off the Spanish-Portuguese coast since 2020. But news coverage of these attacks is blowing up right now, thanks in part to a new creative new theory about why they're happening. I never can say it right. Cetacean. With freaking laser beams. Cetacean.
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 Cetacean vengeance. Now that's a story. The orcas are doing this on purpose. Alfredo Lopez Fernandez, a biologist at the University of Aveiro, Portugal, told Live Science last month. Of course, we don't know the origin of the motivation, but defensive behavior based on trauma as the origin of all this gains more strength for us every day. But this, it's behind a paywall. This guy is not actually a whale scientist, Jacob Stern. He's a reporter for the Atlantic. He is very much behind the stop rooting for the orcas ramming boats. You want to see a picture of what Jacob Stern looks like. That's Jacob Stern. So this is the guy that says that we should stop rooting for the orcas. Anyone want to take a wild guess as to why this motherfucker right here would tell us to not root for the orcas? His picture here in the Yale Men's Club Soccer. Another theory that circulated on Twitter. Another theory that circulated on Twitter was this guy that said, "Nice try, boat." Pointed out Jacob Stern, and that a stern is a part of a boat. Is he in a barbershop quartet? He certainly looks like it. He certainly dressed for that occasion, yes. The Yale Men's Club Soccer. He wants you to stop rooting for the orcas. Which is why I'm going to play you video of orcas attacking a boat so you can root for the orcas. I've been promising it. I've been promising it all night. I've been promising it all night. Hot orca action.
To boats off the Iberian Peninsula, raising questions about why the orcas are doing it. Stephanie Sy
You
looked
live in
into it
sexual
and has this report.
anarchy?
In the middle of the night last October, Artur Napolial was sailing miles off the coast of Portugal to deliver a boat to a client. As a professional skipper and sail instructor, it's a journey he's taken many times before.
At 4 o'clock a.m., it was my turn to go sleep. So I went down, I started taking my nap, and 30 minutes later, boom.
He ran up to the deck to find the boat surrounded by a pod of orcas.
They messed around for 5 minutes, and then they went to another boat, more far away from me, like 1-2 miles.
But the pod returned, not once, but 3 times, the visits spanning over several hours, well after sunrise.
I got really scared until I realized, until I see
They're doing it on purpose.
See their movements and how gentle they were when I stopped the boat.
In the past 3 years, hundreds of boat and orca interactions have been reported off the coasts of Portugal, Spain, and Morocco.
Stop invading their space.
GTOA, in 2022, there were 207 reported interactions in the Strait of Gibraltar alone.
I don't like this that they're gaslighting these fucking orcas like it's the orca's fault or some shit. That's the orca's home. They have a right to defend themselves.
The strait is a narrow waterway that separates Spain and Morocco, and the meetings are not always gentle. Just last month, killer whales surrounding a boat sailing through the Strait of Gibraltar were met with loud noises, an attempt by the crew to scare them off. The pod rammed the boat continuously for over an hour, managing to remove the rudder. With seawater gushing into the boat, the experienced crew of 4 issued a mayday call and were eventually towed to shore unharmed. In another recent instance off the coast,
they were out to kill them.
Orcas repeatedly struck a yacht, causing it to sink entirely after Spanish Coast Guards rescued the crew on board.
We have we are having 1 incident every day, in average. Okay, there are days that we have 2 or 3.
To better track these events, Rui Alves started this website last year to log orca encounters. It connects a network of sailors who share geographic locations of sightings and attacks along the Spanish and Portuguese coasts.
Trauma related to the boats, exactly.
This month.
So for me, it was the idea, if you spread the word about something that happens in an area, people will avoid that area. Maybe they will keep the boat and say, I don't sail today because there are many orcas at that point. I will sail tomorrow. Or maybe I will go in other direction.
Orcas living near the Iberian Peninsula are a distinct subpopulation and a critically endangered one. But why these orcas are repeatedly damaging boats is something experts are trying to understand. One
them boats.
The rounds, revenge. Some scientists believe an orca named White Gladys suffered a traumatic injury from a boat and may be teaching other orcas how to attack similar vessels. But Monica Whelan-Shields, director of the Orca Behavior Institute, says that kind of activity would be uncharacteristic of the animals she studies. Play is a more likely explanation, she says.
It's just not something that we've seen for whatever reason. They're the top predator in the ocean. They're capable of attacking and killing, all kinds of species that are around them, but they have never targeted that that talent or that, predator-like behavior towards humans.
Despite the killer whale nickname, orcas are the largest species in the...
Allow me to posit that there is a growing number of boats in the water, I would assume.
Dolphin family. And no humans have yet to report major injuries from the boat confrontations. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Stephanie Tsai.
50,000 killer whales globally. Not enough. There's not enough of them.